Yeah, this is just too up too. It would be like that. And I have to give up. Let me get the link.
She do look like one. I hate that. Yeah, she getting it. They ain't say nothing about the other guy.
No, this happened at your job?
Like 2 days ago.
She gonna get it twice.
I don't
What?
think she died Friday.
This happened
She
at
died
another
Friday.
thing that happened at your job?
Mm-mm.
Oh. They just talking about something that happened in the news.
Come on.
Oh,
put it on this side. Come
okay,
on. Sit
okay.
over here. Look. Get on that side for it.
Cause that chair was. I'll
Just
get
put
this.
it down. Just put the chair down. I think is Taishi in the room?
I gotta see what she done said.
Hey.
Come on,
Happy
y'all.
full moon. I got 30 minutes with you guys. Joya? Yes? Y'all come on in the room. We got some candles burning for you guys.
Oh, I got you.
And I am in, because I didn't want to put it on Facebook to let you guys know to send your petitions. This is for abundance. Mama is really full. We got a full moon tonight. Hey sis. And she is bright. I want to tell you just a little bit about the moon being in Aries. So we know that a lot of our sun signs, which are our astrological signs, mine is, be careful because you know these are not stable.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go too deep.
Uh-huh.
Just not trying to.
My astrological sign is an Aries, and that's my sun sign. And however, hey Kenneth.
Okay.
And so, with that being said, a lot of times your moon sign is different. So it is. So I think I'm a Leo by my moon sign. My moon sign was in Leo when I was born. But anyways, it's the best time to do anything. Thank you. Star says she loved both of our hair. It's the best time to do anything you want to do. Okay? It's the best time. Hold 1 second, guys. Hold on. Talk to him, Courtney.
Hey y'all.
Be careful with this darn thing now.
All right.
Talk about that
I'm gonna talk
moon.
about moon and Aries. So we're gonna talk about the moon being in Aries. I'm not an Aries, I'm a Scorpio, but it's good. Oh, okay. Hey girl. Yep, like she said about Aries, they're very determined and they want something done, they want it done right then and there. A go-getter, very good with business. So if you're trying to do anything with business, prosperity, love, fast money, anything like that, good for this time, especially for the full moon. I'm giving y'all a little bit. They call this the grandmother moon. That's so cute. This is the grandmother moon.
Mm-hmm.
And the harvest moon because it's already fall, right?
You gotta stop. Christian is going on. Yes, it's fall already. It's all right. So I want to show you guys something. You might want to go and pick up your cinnamon brooms to brush away anything that you do not want this fall equinox season. Okay? And they smell awesome. All right?
Hey, Tara.
This is what we got with the ancestors' bouquet of flowers today. So we got we got the
I just
leaves,
show them flowers. Yeah, cabbage.
and in our flowers, they actually placed the cabbage in them. So the ancestors are getting a lot of love around here. And I do apologize, I want to address, see that cabbage? I don't know what the heck this is.
You think it's cabbage?
I don't know. But anyways, what it is, it
It's
smells
not
good.
cabbage. This is not.
Yeah, so, so thank you guys for patiently waiting on us to go live. You know, my daughter was in a big old mess down in Seven Unders in Atlanta, where a gentleman was in the bathroom, came in the bathroom on her and attempted to grab her, and his intentions were to probably sexually assault her, but she did break away. It was very disturbing as she suffers with, you know, anxiety. So we had to go through a little thing where we had to get her cleansed and get her feeling better, and that was about a week ago. She's now doing a whole lot better. Okay, so just want to thank you guys for being, you know, family for us, our soul family. That's exactly what you are. And when I talk about family, you know, the bloodline, sometimes it's good, and if you can get along, you know, alone. A lot of people don't know this, but when you find truth, a lot of times they think you're crazy, and you end up parting ways, or, you know, not getting along. But I'm gonna tell you, I had to separate myself. So a lot of you guys are closer to me than my actual blood family. And so I don't feel bad by saying that. I have to be very authentic, and I get a lot of good positive energy from you guys, and that takes me wherever I need to go.
Tashi said, glad to hear she's doing well. I was praying and thinking about her.
Yes, yeah. And so I just want to also tell you, ladies, it's always good, because we do live in a physical realm, a 3D realm. And in this realm, things are subject to happen. Always have you some mace or a gun. And you know, all like the officer said, you know, these people are getting crazy. They'll be hiding in the bathroom waiting on you. And we don't know if he's a serial killer, serial rapist, but his intentions were not good.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So she had a gree bag on, and she had on a organite pendant. And she said as she was using the restroom, he went into the other stall, and he was rushing to get through so he could beat her or meet her out. And she said she had her gree bag in her pants pocket, and it did not fall out. So that was a good thing. I think that was part of her protection. You know, the ancestors always look out for us. Now, does she trust the ancestors? Absolutely, but I don't think she doesn't practice or use her personal powers like we do. But I just know that, you know, in her own time. But the other day she did call and tell us that she was buying books on crystals and, you know, personal powers, how to use her own personal powers. So this is her journey, and I'm excited about, you know, where she is now, okay? And everything is going to be all right. But ladies, do protect yourself. You have that right. The other thing I'm noticing is that these people don't really respect the woman. Especially, I'm looking at the flame. These flames are dancing. Yeah, especially the black woman. So the man said, well, you know, he didn't try anything, or, you know, she didn't see his private, you know, nonetheless, that was enough emotionally. She went through enough by just the ordeal. So I don't know what his deal was, but anyways, on a much lighter note, you guys know I'm wrapping up things with the business, okay? So I'll be doing a soft opening on October 1st. And I want you guys to look up those numbers, 1001. Very powerful numbers, okay? The angel numbers 1001, October 1st. And you could see also the number 2. How the ancestors, y'all, we're tired. How the ancestors are speaking. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, and so I wanted to also let you guys know that whenever you're able to book. Oh, Joya said that's her due date. Beautiful.
Joy, I didn't know that. You didn't tell me.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Yay.
So, whenever you guys are interested in coming to the Botanica and the Wellness Center, always let them know that you're part of the Soul family, even when you're placing your orders, because this will be a new way that you guys will be in contact with me. You know that you are VIP.
Yes.
I mean, wholeheartedly. You're going to get some extra kind of treatment when you're in the building. So, I just want to let you know that. And also on products, I want to do you good. So, who was the first person in the room tonight?
I know who.
Tashi.
Yep.
Okay. Did she win anything yet?
Yes.
She did?
I think she. Yes. Yoni Glenn.
Okay. Who was our second person?
Person in the room. Let me see here. Hang on a second. Baby. Joya. She don't win nothing yet.
She
No.
didn't?
Joya is her
Okay.
turn now.
So, Joya and
We can do.
Tashi
She wants. Tara.
and Tara. You three. I think Kenneth. Is Kenneth in the room?
He in there.
I want the four of you. I'm taking everybody that's in here now. I'm going to do readings for you guys. You need to call us. You need to go inbox so we can schedule you. I'm going to give you a 3-card reading at no charge.
Yay.
And I would do it now, but my readings are pretty deep. I don't want to, I don't like how people go online and do readings. To me, that's just a little bit too much. Okay. So anyways, this moon is all about doing things that you never done before. I think this moon is one of the most powerful moons of the year. Is it? Read a little bit about this moon. Is it on there or should you pull it up?
It is. It talks about the full moon being the grandmother moon, igniting the fire within and reminding us of our warrior-like strengths. The harvest moon is a cosmic reminder to release all that has been slowly building in the past in order to reset and start again. This is the perfect time to get rituals to keep you balanced and ready for great opportunities.
Now,
I got more.
it is time, okay, to get rituals to keep you balanced. You guys see here, we already have the candles burning tonight for the abundance of Mother Moon. So if she's releasing, now she's full. So when you're full, what you're going to have to do? Release. We want to make sure that we get some of what she has to release, okay, by being open to her. And I think that we all have that desire burning within us. Do not let your fire go out. It's important that you do not let this fire dwindle down. And if you're a fire sign, you're known for doing so. The fire, you'll come up with great ideas and you'll kick something off, but then all of a sudden, especially I know with Aries, because the Aries rules the first house. So we'll start up things and then, if not careful, the fire go away and, we're on to something else. This time, don't let that happen because we're in a new age, which is the Aquarian age, and we're in a different season now. So what does fall tell us? To get rid of things that are old. They're old. The old things are shedding away. We're slowly dying every day. So we shouldn't want to keep all these things with us. We want to kind of lighten our loads just a little bit so that we can get
Room for more, right?
Yep, room for more. Go ahead, read a bit more.
Find a real good one. I don't like that one. Not the one I read, but I want to get a little bit more deep.
Okay, she's gonna get some more. But I also want to tell you guys, we did put a snippet in from the class last Saturday. That is good. Did anybody get a chance to check that out? We're going to go into it on the rest of the chakras, guys, because I think that you all need to really understand the physics. Okay. Yeah, because it's definitely out there. It's definitely out there. Okay, so I see that, who else? Who did we just have? Let me see.
You saying in the room?
Yeah, I think it's Kim.
Yeah, we got Kendall, Joya, Tasha, and Mysteria.
Free Donna. Okay, so you guys that are in the room, be sure to inbox um, us, and we will put you guys on schedule for a reading at no charge. And I can speak to you guys intuitively. So I read from the Golden Tarot, and I do also have Earth cards. But this is Liz Dean, and this is one of my favorites. She's a good author. And so when I do your reading, after I read, because I don't like to cheat the people, whenever I do a reading, I like to give them what the author says, just by just paying respect to the lady, and because she has really good intuition and insight. And once I read that, then I speak to you intuitively from the ancestors and source concerning your situation. Okay. So I want to help you guys as much as possible push forth these dreams that you have. I know a lot of you have goals. It's just kind of hard sometimes getting these things to come up. All right. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to take some courageousness. It's going to take some, and when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about the FuLL card. You're going to have to be willing to take a chance, jump at it. Okay. You're going to have to be willing to get out here and get it. You know, we were taught in church to wait. No more waiting. Get out here, take a chance, do something you never done before, and show the universe and source and ancestors and the spiritual hosts that you're thankful, you're grateful, and just do it. You'll be surprised. They'll meet you there. Okay, go ahead. And if you have a question, do go ahead. This is the time to ask me anything you want. Go ahead and go inbox and ask me whatever it is you want. But Courtney's going to give you guys just a little bit more about the moon. Because I talked about the moon in class just the last Saturday, that we were talking about the phases of the moon. And it's some really good stuff, y'all. And I talked about the chakras. Is that whole thing on there? They'll be able to see the whole class?
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay, so for the Aries full moon, it obviously talks about letting old things go and moving forward, no looking back. So it's not important right now for you to look to what happened before. It's time for you to move forward because now after the fall equinox, will be going on.
Winter.
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 Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, hold on one second. So what I hear is that a lot of you has started some things, a few of you, let me say that, has started some things in the past and you got discouraged and you dropped them. Go back and pick those things up. This time do it the right way, okay? And when I say the right way, I mean every day make sure you put yourself at the head of your day because this is your universe. Do it in order is what I'm saying. Put yourself first, acknowledge and honor the spiritual host. Get out here and create. Motivate yourself because sometimes, I'm going to be totally honest with you, sometimes I feel like my energy is depleted because we do a lot of spiritual work and then we're teaching and then we're going live. So then we run the store. What else? It's a lot. We teach the rituals. And then I do healings. So really about 5 rivers. I don't want to say streams because streams is like limitless, but rivers of income. And it can be very hectic if you don't focus and put yourself at the front end. is what I'm saying. If you have anybody and everything before yourself, then you're going to get tired and you're going to be drained and you'll end up dropping whatever it is you're doing. Go back and pick this thing up, and this time do it the right way. Go ahead.
And also, with it being fall, we represent nature anyway, so that's why you see that the leaves fall off the tree, because it's time for them to let go. It ain't nothing else you can hold on to no more. You gotta look for the new. You gotta look for the new now. And also, it talked about tying up loose ends, like she said, unfinished business, anything that you've been getting to it, procrastinating. It's time for you to go ahead and do it now, because Aries are big time business, and they're very initiative and ready to do things right then and there. So you get that spark in you, that sudden inspiration. Like, what card? It's one of the tarot cards that says that sudden inspiration. Look out for that. That you need to go ahead and do that, so that the universe can take your petition, push it through, and then boom, you where you want to be.
When you exude confidence, and you exude, when I say exude, I mean when you bring forth into the universe confidence, love. See, love is the highest vibration. When you put all this into whatever, in your passion, into whatever you're doing, the universe conspires for you. The universe is going to say yes, yes, yes. But it's all about us being disciplined. How do you become disciplined? You got to start with self-love. Self-love is self-discipline. And then you'll begin to know who to cut off, your self-worth. You wouldn't let anything get in the way of what you're doing. Now, is it easy? No, because you'll have to do a lot of straightening with the people that are used to you living your life according to them. Then you have to let them know, listen, it's all about me now. I've lived my life, all my life, helping and doing for other people. I told someone, I said, I never had a problem with loving people because I'm a people person. I love people so much so that I put them before myself. And I never thought that was a problem for me. So when I used to read the scripture, it says, love your neighbor as thy love thyself. I had the neighbor part, but I wasn't loving me. And and not that I didn't take care of myself, it's just that I didn't invest my time into myself. Any time or money I had, I was wanting to help somebody else. Point blank. But then once I realized self-love, I began to turn that around and say, now listen, I can't give something that I don't have to give. And so I began to put love and trust in me and thank myself daily. That's another thing. Hug yourself and thank yourself for being great every day. When I start focusing on myself, a lot of people didn't like it. And, they left. They fell off like the leaves on the tree. They were no longer being served, and they weren't serving me, so I didn't go behind to chase them. Because I knew that more was going to come. I was going to get some more leaves or foliage. So I could not cry over spilled milk. But what I'm learning to where I am now as I'm ascending is that it's a beautiful thing for people to leave your life if the energy is not reciprocated. So who wants to be in a relationship where they're always giving? And when you don't love yourself and you begin to do things for people, you get offended when they don't do like you do. You begin to take that thing personal. And you know why? Because you've reached from down in the bottom of your basket and pulled out your last. And then when things are bad for you, then you're thinking, no, I gave her my last. But see, you shouldn't have did that. Because you didn't even have that to give. Learn to say no and say it with compassion. I mean, just begin to say no. I can't. I'm sorry. Don't even say I'm sorry. Say no. I cannot do this. And if they're determined to get, why? Just say because I need it and I love myself. I'm not the same person you thought you knew. I'm learning to take care of myself. So that's a lot of it. You know, when you start loving yourself, you take pride in yourself, you begin to be self-disciplined, and you know that every day, you know, means something, and that you got to put yourself in your time, in your timeline, or on your own schedule. So when I open this business, I'm going to have 8 hours to service everybody, but I got to give myself, you know, that first portion of the day. The first fruits go to me. It doesn't go to nobody else. Mm-hmm.
Aries, the zodiac sign, is tied to the card, the food, because it talks about. It says Aries is the hero, the food that
Yeah,
leads
it falls
into the
under the
unknown.
food.
Curiosity connected to their intuition and allows themselves to lead, to be led by the great divine. See, they don't have fear of anything. They just go on. That's all we gotta do.
Yeah.
Especially this time. So you not like we was listening to something in the car, me and my mom, and it was saying that when this moon comes up, now you need to start acting. No, that's what we read. Now you need to take those characteristics of Aries. You can't be a Libra all the time. You can't be Aries all the time. You can't be a Capricorn all the time. You need to take on those personalities of that different zodiac, because we really are all of them in balance. When we get balance, we'll be all zodiacs, not just the one, not just the sun and the moon sign, but all of them have to work together. So that's another thing here.
Yeah, and we are, you know, you are my reflection, I am you, and you are me, and we're not separate. It's an illusion. Separation is an illusion. So let me just read you guys what the FuLL card says, okay? So the key words, if I had to think about anything, I think about risk of Aries. And so, well, it actually says the planet is Uranus, but it does fall under the zodiac sign Aries. It also talks about a new path, okay? And so in this upright meaning of a FuLL's card, it says a new path in life, beginnings and opportunities are beckoning some of you. And it says a time to feel hopeful, courageous, and young at heart, that childlike innocence, okay? And so if you'll notice, if you see the FuLL's card, and I'm going to give you a picture of him, you see the suit he has on, and there's a dog biting at his heels. But he's not paying that dog any attention. And guess where he's standing? On the edge of the cliff, and doesn't even know it. He's not looking down, but the dog is biting at his ankles, trying to let him know, one more step, you're going to fall.
You know what that reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
The dog sound like his subconscious, and his conscious mind is him, the fool. Because your subconscious try to stop you from.
Yes, and I said that your conscious is the mastermind, is the master, okay? Because your thoughts, as a man thinketh, so is he, and your subconscious is the genie that gets it all done. Okay, and it says, however, there may be risk ahead. You notice he's standing at the ledge of this cliff, and it says, however, there may be risk ahead too. So the FuLL warns that you look before you leap. This card is just coming to tell some of you not to give you fear, but take risk. But be sure you're looking. You're watching around your surroundings. You're paying close attention to what's around you. Okay? Mm-hmm. And it says, by all means, embark upon mad. It literally said mad adventure or idealistic quest for fulfillment. So your soul is crying out for something. Go ahead and jump out there and fulfill that craving. But take heed to practicalities such as the edge of the cliff here. Mm-hmm. Some of you are almost at the edge of the cliff. Not to be afraid, but pay attention to what's around you. But still move forward, okay? It says, the FuLL also heralds fun, and it's supposed to be fun. You know, us putting this office together, this business together, it has been days of really, like, we don't go to bed until 3. So we wake up in the morning at about 10. So we get like 6 hours and maybe 30 minutes a night. That's not a lot of sleep because we work We do rituals every single day around the clock. Okay, but we've been working on this business a very long time. So, although it's been very strenuous at times, tiresome, but it's fun. We enjoy going out, putting things together, trying to make it be the best experience a person can ever have the moment that they walk through the door. So your experience when you walk through the door should be everything. From what you smell, from what you see, from what you hear, the way from what you touch. We want and taste too. We want your five senses to be on 10. Oh Lord, tell her we're shipping tomorrow. Tell her I did, honestly. And tell her I'll send her something else too. Tell her I give her a ritual, one night ritual, and of her choice. Tell her I really appreciate her. Yeah, tell her I'm so sorry. I think she paid through Cash App. I don't really keep up with the Cash App if they pay that way. I'm sorry, guys, okay? I just had to reach out to my client there. Okay? So begin to have fun, entertainment, and falling in love. Some of you have possibly given up on love. The last relationship was probably it, and you probably said, well, after that one, I'm done, at least for now. But no, don't be done.
Yeah, because you just walking.
Yes. Don't be done, honey. Live again, have fun, laugh, and everybody you meet is not a potential, yes, Friedana. Everybody you meet, do not think automatically, oh, this is my husband, or this is about to be my male friend.
No, ma'am.
Okay? When you meet somebody, always think purposeful. Whether it's just what you say in that moment or whether it turns out to be a soulmate. Okay? So just be careful about, when I say guard your heart, I'm just simply saying everybody you meet is not going to be somebody that we have to take and sweep. Imagine us sweeping them down the aisle. Have fun in life. Live very light. And tell them, say, I just want to have good fun. And that doesn't mean, by no means, we're talking about the friends with benefits. We're just really saying somebody to talk to, somebody to, just learn, because we all come from different walks of life. And it's very interesting if you'll sit down and talk to somebody and just listen to how they were brought up. Because we were all brought up differently.
Yeah. Get some more knowledge.
Get some more knowledge. And that's what it should be building. Relationships are just like building blocks. Every time you meet somebody, you're getting closer to the top of the pyramid here of ascension. Don't give up on love. Love exists. Okay? Not that there are perfect relationships, because they're not. But I can promise you, once you learn how to communicate, these breakups will stop, because that's really what happens in these breakups. People begin to lie to one another because they don't know how to communicate.
Get lazy.
I mean, it's just a whole bunch of things. Communication is key. I love to talk. And then the other part of it is understanding true love. And I did a post about love takes no hostages,
Mm-hmm.
You don't take someone's will. If that person decides to fly, they were destined to do so. That's what real love is all about. And when you're that way with it, nobody's, you don't own anyone. I just, and so I'm not legally by law married. I won't ever contract again. I did twice. And then this time, my husband, not by marriage, by commitment, by soul ties. We have a perfect understanding. If for whatever reason the universe calls me and say, hey, I need you to move to South Africa for 10 years, guess what? I don't have to go and say, honey, can I go to South Africa? No, you can't go. Oh, I'm subject to him. No, I'll tell him, listen, I'm going for the next 10 years to South Africa, honey. If you want to come and see me, you're welcome to. Otherwise, if you want to break up, that's okay. It's time for me to fly. And I love it. He doesn't feel so good about it, but he understands. He understands. I will not be caged in, and I will not be anybody's property. And the more I grow, the more liberated I am. I don't like contracts. I'm not giving anybody a piece of my soul. You know, I know when you're intertwined, you share souls.
But you don't own nothing.
Yeah, but I don't, no ownership.
Nope.
Okay. And once we understand love that way, because there's a saying, if you love something, you'll set it free. If it's meant to be, it will come back to you. If not, again, it's not yours. And I don't know why we're going this way, but a lot of people, their relationships are fine until they go down that freaking aisle and the priest marries them. And so I had a friend, and she said she went to the courthouse and told them, you know, I don't like the way the traditional weddings are done. And she told them at that time she was a Hebrew Israelite. And guess what they told her? Oh, we know you don't have to do that. You could just sign papers if you want to do it that way. So it's that we don't know who we are, and we take whatever they give us. Then when you find out you've made a big boo-boo because that person's a nut or an ass, because this is adult content here. I don't think there's nobody under the age of 18 in this room. But however, when you walk down that aisle and he turns and flips out on you, now you got to pay all this money to get out. It's no good. We don't need nobody to tell us that we're married, okay? What changed? You slept with him before you got married, and you're sleeping with him still, and then all y'all doing is buying clothes, putting on clothes, walking down the aisle.
Like,
and then the man say, oh, I'm giving you a piece of paper. What happened?
That paper gotta be some magic in it, huh?
Mm-mm.
No.
You know what happened? You are married when your soul tied. You know, the Bible says consummation. So you already know if you were to go to the courthouse and say me and my honey, we go to the courthouse and we say, okay, we want to get married. They marry us. Then all of a sudden we decide we want to break up 3 months later. We'll go to the judge and say, you know what, we want to have this marriage annulled. You know what the judge is going to ask us? Did we consummate the marriage? Meaning, did we sleep together? And if we slept together, you know what he says? He can't annul us. You'll have to go get a divorce. Why? Because they know once you sleep together, you become one. That's when you become one, not that paper. So if you slept together before the paper, you're already married. Sex is marriage. Don't ever forget that. Sex is marriage. And I had to get honey, I'm telling you, I've been there many times. And I've been to many weddings. And it's just a charade. But again, Friedana, do not give up on love. Love is beautiful. And you know, the other thing, there's no more good black men.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, honey, we got truckloads of them. It's so many. Whew. Yep. When I tell you the black man is good, he is good.
Yes, he is.
He is awesome. He just needs a black queen to come in and show him. See, that's the other.
He got it.
And see, that's the other thing. You know, we were taught, let him find you. See, that really wasn't how it was done back in ancient times. The queen, if she knew that she wanted him, this was her soulmate, or this was the man, the king that she chose, she just went to him and just said, you're mine, I desire you. But now we done got so timid and passive, I'm waiting for him to come and find me. Hey people, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Can't nobody find you.
Get out there, and if you see him and your soul connects to him, if he's not tied off into the traditional marriage, then just tell him, I choose you. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't, if I was on the market, I would not be bashful at all.
That bashful, you can get exactly what you done, that energy you done asked for.
Yes. And I wouldn't be out there sleeping around, but I tell you, I would go up and let him know, I desire you. You are what I want. And it'll probably scare him.
They'd be surprised if some people like that.
Yes.
Naturally, they like
but
that.
We have gotten to the
But
point, I wonder if he loves me or he'll be the man for. Oh my goodness. I do love rituals all the time, and I tell these young ladies, if you follow me, guys, I'm sorry. We're back. Yeah, so don't give up on love. Love is beautiful. And there's a lot of good energy here. That's why our Wi-Fi is going out.
It really is.
Yeah, don't give up on love. It's real. And honey, when you find it, you're going to know it. And you guys are compliment and uplift one another. Communication is key. So what were we saying? I don't want to get off too much.
Talking about you said that you wouldn't be, if you weren't in a relationship right now, you wouldn't be bashful, but you wouldn't be sleeping around.
No, I wouldn't be sleeping around, but I believe that this is my universe, my life, and I only have one life to live, and I'm going to make it count. I am. And I think that's because our ego gets in the way in these relationships, and we try to hold back our feelings in fear of being hurt. And it's no time for that. Sometimes you have to be vulnerable. If you trust the source, you trust yourself, sometimes it's okay to be vulnerable.
Yes, it is.
Okay, but I do not advise this for someone that does not meditate, that does not study, that does not know themselves. You have to know thyself.
Yeah.
Know thyself. When you know who you are, know what you want, know what's destined for you, and your universe is your universe, and you command the elements of life to work in your favor, you are the one I'm talking to right now. You are the one I'm talking to. It's time out for just settling. Okay? You know, they've turned this whole thing around. When a man findeth a woman, he findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor from the Lord, is what that good book says. Okay? So now when they read that, they felt like, oh, the man has to find me. And it's like you're waiting for a man to validate you. You can't wait on that. Not in this time, not in this day and age. And it didn't start that way. It did not start. It started that way when they brought religion on the scene. Because back then, the goddesses were pharaohs.
Yep, we had this conversation yesterday.
And they took time for themselves. From the head to the toes, they adorned themselves in oils. My center is what they did every day. They would go into those saunas. They would get their feet cared for, their yonis, their head, their mind. It was just everything. What we have is what they did daily. And they spent hours doing so. They had people working with them. Oh, those oils. They set up night and day making oils from earth, the leaves, the trees. We've gotten away from these things. It's time for us to come back now. Don't wait until they bury you and throw the rose or whatever it is, ashes to ashes and dust to dust. That's a slap in mama's face. In the Old Testament, we knew nothing about Jesus. We were connected to nature. Moses went up into the mountain. John went into the wilderness. Nobody was going to the synagogues. These people had connections with the moon, the stars. It was all about astrology and nature in the beginning of times. Why? Because it was the divine feminine that was it was her. She was the order of the day. Now we have religion have come and given us the patriarchy.
Yep.
Where they brought a male, a divine masculine, a deity in to worship. Now everything is subject to the man. So go within your soul and pull all this information from your past life. You were here before. You existed. Yes. In another time, you existed. If you guys have anything you need, send it to us. Do get a spiritual bath ASAP. 2 days after the full moon, this energy is still beautiful. If you have water tonight and any kind of crystal, go get you a bowl, put your crystal inside the water. Or if you don't have crystals, get you a bowl and just put the water outside and let Mother bless that water. Then tomorrow, 2 days, no, I wouldn't do it 2 days. Tomorrow, pour it in something, save the water so you can take a spiritual bath with the moon water because she's energizing it. Then get another one and sit it out. For the next 2 days, you harness new moon energy. Mm-hmm. In the zodiac and the astrological sign, Aries.
And you can use that water to water your plants to pull gravitational pull from the moon. Make the plants grow up so that the soil can be penetrated. That'll work.
You gotta talk loud. Courtney talks so low, I don't know why. She says a lot of good stuff, but she talks low. Say it again, Courtney.
I said you can use the moon water to put inside your plants if you have plants in the house, and pour the water inside the plants to penetrate the soil so that the gravitational pull from the moon energizes the water. That's how that works.
Yeah. Anything else about the new moon that it stated?
Same thing about what we said from the card.
Yeah.
It's a consistent message, so I was trying to find something different, but all of them say the same exact thing.
Yes.
About being taking initiative, being steadfast, business, projects.
Do not let fear grip you. I hear a lot of people saying, I got so many great ideas, but I don't know. You're thinking way ahead of yourself. Start with the idea, the birthing of the idea. Start with the fact that I want to open a car lot. Just start right there. What do I need to do? First, let's go get an EIN for the car. Let's get a name. Let's get a name of the company. As a matter of fact, it's too late. We done waited again, too late. Get your name of your company. Go ahead and name your company. Act like it's a real company. We got to stop playing around. Well, it ain't nothing much. It is everything. You're running a Fortune 500 company. And I'm going to tell you, the way my life has been and the blocks have been put together, it's like the ancestors and source and the spiritual host has prepared me for today, because my last job was in corporate America. So I need to understand how to run a business on a corporate level. So now I don't have to think a little small business. No, I think servicing the world. Yeah, I'm running a little small business. No, small my tail. No small business. I'm servicing the world. That's why when I talk to people inbox and they say, can I come and see you? I said, sweetie, my energy is, I'm very energy sensitive and I don't have everybody in my home, but I can tell you this. I have clients all over the world. And the more I say that, I'm getting people all over. I mean, well, I was already doing so, but now I'm seeing it like Courtney can tell you, never before.
Scale, off the scale, off the scale.
So I'm nobody, you know, I'm a household name. I'll be a household name. So when you got to start speaking these things, change your reality, you know, because we've been programmed. But let's turn this thing around once we get the truth, and let's just, hey, get that business. Don't treat it like, oh, well, I'm just selling some oils. No, 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 you're not selling some oils, honey. Guess what?
That's what you're going to be doing, selling some oils.
Yes, I got the best oil in the world mindset. And I'm putting my oil out there. And I can help you get your oil in the store. I know a lot of people, all you got to do is fill out a form and put your product in. All you need to do is get you some labels. Some of you are sitting on gold mines. And guess what? Because you're fearful. And whenever anything presents itself to you and you begin to be like, oh my goodness, how am I going to get past this? Go past it, because it's just a tactic to keep you from doing whatever it is that you're going to do. Face your fears, because on the other side of that fear is your liberty, your freedom.
Great.
I'm telling you.
Stop being scared. You ain't even there yet, so stop.
Yes, yes.
Just be scared when you're already there.
You know, I was talking to the guy today, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Came in to, you know, to help us with our internet and our phone lines, of course, and cable. And so he said, well, just tell me a little bit about what you're doing here. I love your place. He said, oh my God. He said, I feel so good in here. And I was saying to myself, I'm sure you do, because we've already went in and, you know, the ancestors are all over the place. And so I began to talk to him, and he began to ask me about myself, and I gave him my rundown of how I got started and how long it took me to get here. He said, oh my God, just a year? I said, yeah, just a year. And he said, you're running this thing like it's I said, yeah, it's a big business. I said, this is a Fortune 500 company. He said, wow, you're right. He said, and that's how I'm going to treat it. Do you know that man gave me equipment? Courtney, I tell you, we got equipment coming in there. I mean,
it's going to be,
it's amazing. From
the
cameras
system is just
to the phone lines, you know, the rollovers. He said they call them the hunter lines or something. But all I know is that it is really amazing, the whole thing, the whole setup. And then he worked out such a wonderful deal for me, and, you know, and just was so grateful and thankful just to be able to do it for us. And I expected that. When I met him today, I expected that he was coming to service me.
I knew he was going to show
You know
up.
why? Because I service so many people, and I do great, and it can only come back. So he gave me all of that passion that I put into my clients. He gave me that today when servicing me. And then not only that, Courtney we had a software company that's going to do our scheduling, and this gentleman worked very hard with her. So I just want to encourage you guys, begin to think really big. You know, it's time, because like we just said, take the initiative, take the risk. Just be careful. Not careful, but just be mindful, watchful. Watch. Look before you leap.
In the words of Jim Carrey, he said, you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well fail at what you do want to do.
Okay, so give them an example of that.
Okay, so let's say you work in this 5 hour everyday job throughout the week, and you know you don't want to do it. You want to be really making up your t-shirt line. And instead of doing that, you really just like doing something on the side. Instead of doing that, you get a whole nother job just to be comfortable. When you could have been all the way up here, got out of that comfortable lifestyle, and really shot for the stars, you would have got there exactly where you
Well,
wanted.
you know, you can get fired, and I'm going to help her with that, because you can get fired from a 5-hour day job. You failed at it, right?
Yeah.
So you can get fired from a 5-hour day job. So why not you take the risk doing whatever it is that you can fail at that. Why not you take the risk of doing that? Listen,
It's nothing.
and everything great, you fail. You know how many businesses I've had? Oh my goodness, you wouldn't even want to know.
Yeah, no.
And how many I closed. But when I got the Rose of Jericho, I spoke to the Rose of Jericho. I said, every business that did not make it, that was aborted, I speak life to it right now, and I'm asking for it to come forth in me right now in this desire. All of those, so that's what you're seeing. You're seeing all of what I was doing back in those days. People know me. Oh, you had a clothing store. Oh, you had a salon. Oh, you had a Mary Kay. Oh, you did dental assistant. Oh, you were a nail technician. Oh, you were a real estate agent. Oh, honey, I can just go on and name a bunch of stuff. I'm a jack of all trades back then, and I couldn't mess. Yes, everything that every class they gave, I took it. Mortgage broker, bam, got that one too. And so the list could just go on. What else did I do? It's so much stuff.
Oh, let me see if I can throw one more note. You don't forgot. Marketing.
No, minister, licensed apostle in ministry. It's just everything. I've done it. Dental tech. And everything I started, and then it crumbled until I got my mind right. And now, this is it. But you got to be willing to take the chance. You got to jump out there. And it has to be according to your purpose. If you're having trouble finding your purpose, I want you to inbox me because I want to help you. I want to help you find purpose. If you're saying, I know it has something to do with my gifts, I dream, I see things before they happen. If you're having problems, I need you to contact me, because being a light worker doesn't control another person's life, but it helps you get to where you got to go. So say we're walking in the dark, okay? And I have a light on me. You're over in your path and you don't have a light, but I got a flashlight on my path. All I got to do is just turn my flashlight your way to give you just a little light so you can see where you're going. And that's kind of sort of what the light worker does. She doesn't control your life. She doesn't take any credit for it. But what she does is she shines her light on your path to help you get where you got to go. And I want to do that for you. Okay, so if you're out there and some of you may know what it is that you want to do, and that's even better, but you're having problems trying to get it started, contact me. I want to help you. Is there any questions? We have 4 cow tongues to do.
Show me.
4.
I feel the fall in my heart.
You guys, please, we're going to meditate, and I'm going to meditate shortly and see this full moon out for the next 2 days. If you guys have anything that you're looking for and expecting, also let us know so that we can put you in our petition. Even if you don't, we always say special words and of encouragement for you.
Mm-hmm. Y'all, we got so many cuts on our hands from doing work.
Mm-hmm.
I almost took my finger off. Slice.
Yeah, but when you got to do it, you got to do it. You don't look around to make. Please do. That's fine, Joya. Yeah, message me. Because we got about another hour on these candles. I'm looking at them. They're burning really slow, and I want to tell you about that. Whenever your candles are burning really slow, doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that your petition is being met. You can see how high the flames are. And then that is just a timely, it may take a little longer when the candles burn. It may take a little longer for it to come to you, but it's definitely working. The ancestors are working in your favor. You can see flames flicker. You can see the color of the flames, which tells us a lot about the situation. I have 2 people going to court. 2 went last week. They'll be free the first of the month. These people were looking at 40 years, do 15. The other one, what was the other one doing? I think they had 8 years, and one parole person had given the say-so, and we're waiting on the other 2, and he'll be released. So great things are happening for these people.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ancestors always get it done. I don't care what nobody say.
It may not be in your timing.
No.
Like I tell them, don't try to
Rush
figure it
stuff,
all out.
yes.
Just be in a place that you could receive.
Stop
Because
it.
once you ask for it, you're responsible for whatever it is that the ancestors give you. So make sure you're getting yourself together. You're asking for it. You're accountable for it.
Yep. And you gotta know what you're asking for.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Is there any other questions? Do go into my inbox and we'll schedule your readings. Everybody, I think it's 5 of you guys in the room. And I will give you a reading at no cost, okay? That's your full moon love from us. We thank you for being dedicated.
yes, we do. Y'all always been good to us.
Yes, you are very good to us. Without you, there is no us. I
Y'all
just-
genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm soon to be more personable in my Patreon. And after a while, you won't see me much on Facebook because of my business. But you guys will always be in contact here. So whenever I'm off Facebook or I'm not there, you guys will see me here in Patreon. For those of you that are subscribers.
She said, thank you, Tasha.
Yes, you're so welcome. You are truly welcome. I love to give and I love to stay in that circle. Because you know the law of rhythm flows both ways. You'll be in the left, but it'll swing back to the right. And then not only that, what is it? Oh, the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be sitting at the top and there'll be 2 people. I can show you the card right now. 2 people struggling to stay on the wheel on the side, and you'll have one at the bottom struggling to hold the wheel up. But guess what? That wheel's gonna go around and everybody gonna get a turn to be on top and on bottom. I'm gonna show it to you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Wheel of Fortune. You see the lady? She's sitting at the top. Everything is in her favor. Her fate is good right now. And look at this man trying to hold on. He's pitiful. And look at this one. He's upside down.
We need to embrace change.
See that wheel going that way. After a while, she'll be right here. But see, they're struggling to hang on.
They're not living in the present moment.
Yeah. They don't understand. And then look at this gentleman. He's at the bottom supporting the wheel. So everybody have their turn. That's how it's going to go, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay?
That's right.
So we're grateful for where we are in every moment of our lives. We ask for wisdom to achieve and to, once the ancestors and source gives us the abundance, that we know how to do it and who to give it to. You understand? Because there's a level of accountability when you begin to ascend or vibrate at another vibration and you begin to unlock these treasures. You're going to be accountable. You don't want to throw things off, the balance off in your life. So too much of anything is really not good for you. Try to stay balanced in life. And the best way to do that is through meditation. Okay?
Yes.
And healing. I do Reiki healings, energy healings. You don't have to be here. I do them remotely. You'll know they've been done once I've completed the healing. You could be all the way overseas, and I can tell you, we're about to go in our session. You go in on your side, I'm in on mine. We start. I'll tell you what time I'm gonna start. You're gonna come out. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna know it happened. That's how energy is. It's omnipresent. It's everywhere,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it knows all. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
I have a young lady who's interested in doing the soul retrieval. She's a far way away from me, and we're gonna be doing that soon, probably tomorrow. So just keep in mind, there's so much greatness in you and in me. It's us that's holding us back. Okay? Is there any other questions? I want to let you guys know that I love you. And I send light, peace, and love your way. Y'all, we got about 3 more hours before we can really call it a night. What time is it? No, about 2.
Yep, we're gonna do it. Get in there.
Yeah, we're gonna tie up these cow tongues and
lace them down, baby.
get into our meditation. But all is well. Happy full moon. Enjoy the abundance of life. The ancestors love you, protect you, the guardian angels. Yes, you're amazing as well. The elements of life which are running through our bodies, we appreciate the elements of life. The ascended master and master teachers for their knowledge and the sacrifice. The spirit guides that are with us when we lie down and we're in a state of not knowing anything. It's really a death because our spirits leave, you know.
Isn't it y'all not scared?
Yeah, breathing is happening. You're not breathing at that moment. You're unconscious, and you go off with your spirit guide. The spirit guide brings you back, and that's your moment of awakening. It's a rebirthing. Oh my goodness, your spirit animal. Oh,
now we go through
Metatron. Yes.
And we're not scared, but we're scared to do stuff in this reality.
Yes.
You ain't scared to do nothing in that one.
Yes.
That's a trick. It's a trick.
Yes, yes, yes. And what you dream about has everything to do with where you are right now. Okay? We thank the spiritual realm. We really do. It's not a day that I don't honor them. It's not a day that I don't honor. And it's not a day that I don't say, I wonder what it feels like to live life in abundance in every area of my life, bringing harm to none. And I begin to smile upon myself, thanking my organs, my vessels, my arteries, my tendons, my organs, my that's your organs, my teeth. I'm just grateful for my being. And I smile upon it, and I smile upon the limitless opportunities that life gives us every day. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. And I'm grateful to you, my reflection. Have a good night. You can go ahead and stop it.